Hey everybody, this is Shrap from Shrap's Crap, and today I am using a couple alt accounts. One is an alt YouTube account, the other one is an alt BDO account. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm actually going to post a video on something I don't normally do with my YouTube channel, and that is I'm going to talk a little bit about the new Sausans. I'm going to show you the XP grind, is it worth it? That's what we're going to determine in this video. If you want to read more about the new Sausans, just pull up the June 21st, 2017 patch notes, and you scroll down here to monster changes, and then you go down to the bottom, and it tells you new grinding spot, gladiator, sniper, armored soldier. And basically what this is they added a new Sausans area. The old Sausans, which I'm on an alt right now. You can see I've got the combat promotion quest and daily, so there's a gazillion quest icons. But anyway, this is the old Sausans. Well, still in the game. I mean, they haven't changed that, but here is the new area of Sausans. And in relation to that, let me just zoom way out. Actually, for those Steam players and new players that are not familiar with Sausans, we're just going to go ahead and kind of familiarize you with where we're at. Now, Olivia is where you started. Right here is Velia, which the Black Spirit questline led you to here, so you should know where that's at. Directly south of it is Heidel. Now, if you're at Olivia and you go east, just slowly drag your map. I'm going to go all the way over here. Here I am. I'm at Sausans. That's where this place is at. So anyway, that was the old Sausans, and what we used to do was either park here at Sarma Outpost, we'd run on foot north, and we'd enter the camp and start mass murdering, and that allowed us to leave our horse here, so that when we come back to repair and grab potions or whatnot, we could actually just throw our weight stuff on the horse. Other people park on the road. Some people actually parked in the camp. So part of this video is I'm also going to talk about, one or two potential places to park your mount in the new Sausans area as well. You can leave it at Sarma Outpost, but I will show you a couple alternatives up there. All right, so first and foremost is we're going to talk about this thread really quick. Now, some rocket scientist creates this thread saying look for more Sausans 210 AP or higher, level 60. And you read his thread, he even gives you his Discord and whatnot. And if you scroll down here, people are questioning him, like, what are you talking about? And he says, or maybe I just don't want to carry people and want the best XP per hour rate. So that's what we're going to check. Instead of using my main, I'm going to give an unbiased opinion with a level 56 character wearing mediocre gear. And we're going to find out, does joining a group at 56 with mediocre gear, are you going to be leeching on the group? Are people going to be carrying you? I'm also going to check the XP rate per hour. Now, as somebody that is leveled 10 or more alts at Pirates, I don't consider myself an expert, but I have a good idea of the XP rate, which to me is when I pull one group on top of the other, it's typically 0.15% experience. So that's what we're going to be going off. And this sentence right here, this is this whole test. This is what we're going to find out. So let's just jump back in the game. Now, once you're at Sarma Outpost, you either leave your horse there, or you can, later in the video, you'll see a couple alternative spots that I've identified. But anyway, for the purpose of this video, we're going to go on foot, and I am going to turn left right out of Sarma Outpost. I'm going to enter this wall where I have the mouse going, and then now, in reference to main rotation, there isn't really a main. They've populated the shit out of this area. So technically, if I was to bring a group here, I would probably stick to this right side where I'm doing the circle right now, but there's a potential to keep you busy down at the beach, and also another, you know, 2 or 3 people could actually do a pretty good rotation right here. But, you know, guys, you don't need a full group to come here, and, you know, if you're only 2 people, you're taking an XP hit anyway, so you might as well just come here and solo this, but, you know, we'll get more into that. Anyway, yeah, there's no real main, but I'm assuming a lot of people are going to call this the main just because what they did is they took a copy and paste out of Pirates, you know, the stages and shit you see out there, and they just copy and pasted it right here. So it's identical. It's like a cross between Pirates and Sausans. The artwork was really lazy, but anyway. So yeah, a lot of people are probably going to consider that main, but honestly, I think this area might be a little bit more populated. Anyway, let's go ahead and run there. So again, you can see I'm at Sarma Outpost. Let's go ahead and run out here. Let me give myself a pet. And so instead of turning left to run into the old Susans, I'm just going to keep going. See that like wall in front of me? That's where we're heading. Now, I'm not going to kill anything just yet. I'm just going to run around a little bit and give you guys kind of an idea of what we're looking at. If you go left, you see like a little camp here. It's kind of busy. You could actually solo this. If you're mediocre gear, this rotation might be enough for you as a solo player. By the time you kill them, they will respawn. Very populated area, and they do have a very good respawn rate. So thumbs up to the devs on the respawn rate. Here's a solo player here. You see there's huge groups around the perimeter of this area and even on the inside. So it's very good rotation here. Some large groups just like we seen at the last Sausans. You see that? I've analyzed every square inch of this area looking for gold chests, guys. So in case you're wondering, I haven't found one yet. If the devs put one here. But believe me, I've checked. So we're just going to hop off here. Again, more just large groups of mobs. We're getting close to the beach. More large groups. You know, and again, if you're a solo player, you come down here and you see the area is farmed. There's tons of mobs. Just, you know, look around and find something that's not farmed, and you should be just fine. See? Like this is, there are tons of mobs around the perimeter and whatnot. Excuse me. Now, if you go over here to the left on the beach, you can see where I got these quest mobs. That is the old Sausans. Now these are white to me at level 56, and this is the perimeter. So if you actually came down the beach from the old spot, you know, just to give you kind of an idea of where we're at right now. Again, some more large groups. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down here to the beach, and I'm going to talk a little bit more before I start killing. Okay, so just back to the whole mount thing. Whoops. Just so you know, the first time I brought my horse, I parked him like right here, and a roamer got him. See that guy on top of my head right now? See him roaming? Or one of them roams kind of close to the beach. So this spot right here, he did aggro my horse and started beating on it. So, I mean, you may even be able to go over just a little bit more and park here. Or what I did, this was on the first day that this came out. I brought my main here. But I parked my horse right here on this rock. So I can confirm 100%. You can come down to the beach, and this is one spot. I'm going to show you another spot up on that cliff, like right above my head right now, where the mobs break. Like I'm going to run up there, and you'll see them leash and run back to their spot. But anyway, so back to the testing. So what are we using? As you can see in the left corner, I'm using a 56 Wizard. This is the most unbiased video I can give you guys. He's only got 166 AP, 232 DP, less than a 400 gear score. So your Steam players, newer players, etc., this is about where they're going to be at. And, you know, duo set. The only decent items he has really is the Nuver and Syreps, but they're only prize, so nothing magical here. What I'm going to be using is I've got my Alchemy Stone on, which, as you can see right there, has a little evasion and damage reduction. I'm going to be using a Serendia Meal. I'm going to be using Cold Dark Beer for XP, and I'm going to be using a Warm Milk. It is the weekend, as indicated by this little icon right here. I'm not on the Olvia server. I'm actually on Serendia 2, as you see in the top right corner. So it's the weekend, so we're getting 100% XP, and I'm going to have a beer running. So that's like 120% XP. Now, on a weekend or at night, typically what I'll get is 0.15. Now let me write this, or not write, let me type this down. So I'm starting at, so let's just say hypothetically I'm at 23.00, right? So when I go to Pirates and I pull a group of mobs, which by the way the game caps at 10, and then I pull that 10 on top of another 10 if they don't leash, if they don't break. And what I do is I mass murder them, and as I'm doing it, you kill one and the other one becomes aggro and you can start killing it. It's just expedient, and it works. But anyway, when I do that, with your typical pull, I get 0.15 experience. So as you see in the top left corner, I'm at 23.68. Now hypothetically, if I was at 23.00 and I was at Pirates, I would kill a group and I would get this 23.15. Okay, see above my head right now? Now I'm at 23. Now I'm going to type this so we got a reference. 23.68. That's my actual experience right now. And so with 1.5, if I pull a large group of, let's just say 20 mobs, I should be at 7.83. So 23.83. So let me type that. That's our target. Okay, 23.83, and that's one very large group of mobs. So as you can see down there in the chat channel, you've got 23.68 is our starting, and our target to evaluate this versus Pirates is going to be 23.83, and this is basically 20 mobs. It's 10 mobs stacked on top of 10 mobs. So anyway, let's go ahead and we'll fire up our food. Let's get the beer going. Let's get the drink going. Now what I'm going to do is, just like every class, I'm going to use my Awaken buff right before I pull the mobs. And then, of course, you've already seen what my gear looks like. So this will evaluate how easy these are to kill. You can see I'm at 0 silver. My weight is 297.1. I want you to pay attention to that. Sorry, I had to drink my coffee. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just pop my buff and run in there and start blowing them up. Boom. 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 So I'm going to drop this on the ground. I'm going to hop over here. Let's go like that. Let's drop one of these in the air. And go boom, boom. Okay, so appear to be doing all right as a level 56. Maybe not the absolute most efficient. I would say that the most optimal AP, if you want to just like blow these up without any effort at all, would probably be roughly, let's just say 172, 175, somewhere in that area. So I'm probably just a little bit low. So drop that. I'm gonna go boom. I'm still at 23.78 experience. I'm not hitting that 23.83 yet. So I'm having to kill more mobs already than I would normally have killed at Pirates for the same amount of experience. Let's drop that on the ground. Alright, there's 23.8. We're looking for 8.3. Maybe this guy will give it to us. Die. 23.83. Alright, so we reached it. Now let's go over here. Alright, so 23.83. You know, I'm not going to play the video and rewind it, edit this or anything, but I would guess that I just killed maybe 30, somewhere between 30 and 40 mobs. So, first impression, this is definitely less XP than Pirates. So, with that said, let's give it one more try. Let's see, so we're starting out at 23.83, which I already have typed in channel, so at the bottom there, bottom left corner. So what we're looking at, let's say we pull 20 mobs, we should be at 24.2, let's just say 24.2 and be a little generous, because this is obviously giving us less experience. So, see that tent directly in front? Oh, some asshole pulled. Alright. So let's get this group, and let's get this group here. Now this would be the equivalent of a, you know, a decent Pirates pull. This is what, maybe 14 or 15 mobs. Yeah, I got stunned there for a second. Okay, so I'm at 23.88, so I only got 0.5. That was pretty bad. So that would make it maybe just a little over half of what I would get at Pirates. Let me try this again. Let's just assume it's 20 mobs, and you know, whatever this, I'll finish this group, and whatever it gives, we'll say that's the equivalent of a 10 on 10 pull at Pirates. Alright, finish this last guy. He does have a little bit of evasion going on. I think I'm missing a little bit, so I could probably do with a little bit more accuracy on these, which, you know, again, I don't have to worry about at Pirates. I can just at 56, any one of my alts can pretty much just one shot everything at Pirates. So I guess you know, well, let's take a look at so 23.91. So I got less than one, like 1 point. That's really bad experience, guys, compared to Pirates, and that's with the beer running. That's with weekend XP. Overall, I'm not impressed with that XP rate at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and look here. Now this guy says best XP per hour rate. So, you know, you just saw in the video exactly what I have. So you know, don't listen to me. I recommend that you don't go out there and test it for yourself at Pirates and then come here and check it. But based on my knowledge of farming the shit out of Pirates over the years, yeah, like 50 years, that's what it feels like. I'm definitely getting less XP here. So then brings up another question. The other part of his sentence is that carries people. So I don't give a flying fuck how you bend it, twist it, flip it, or spin it. This level 56 with shit gear, less than a 400 gear score, would not be carried. He would not be leeching a group at all. He would be holding his weight. Now, if another group were here, if a full group were here, the mobs would be instantly dead with or without his help. So this is absolutely no way, shape, or form. Bringing a 56 here is going to hinder your progress. Or, if I was on my main, I would be one-shotting all this shit, and it wouldn't matter who was in the group. I don't care if you were level 500. I would just be one-shotting everything. So it doesn't matter what level you are, to be honest. You could bring a level 52 here and level it up, but so whatever that guy says, I'm debunking that. He's full of shit already. Everything about his thread is just wrong. So now let's look at the very last factor to this new Sausans is loot. So we already know it's not worth it in XP wise. Let's look at the loot. This is the same overweight bullshit that we were contending with at the regular Sausans. So, yes, I did get a little bit of silver. Remember, I started off with 0. So 13k on what I've killed so far. But look at the weight. 0.30, 0.30, 0.30. And this garbage. Why the fuck is that garbage even in the game? 70 silver each. It's like an insult. But anyway, this is way too much weight. You would be hitting cap. I don't care how much you pulled out your credit card. Like, as you see, I've pretty much every alt on my this is my horse leveling account, but I still play it, and every single alt has a weight and bag space. But anyway, there's no way that based on the weight of the stuff, that you could actually justify farming this for money. Because I'll give you an example. If I go to Pirates and I blow up 100 mobs, 200 mobs, whatever, the odds of me getting a red coral earring are fantastic. And that's 11 to 13 mil, guys. And then there's the blue coral earrings, blue coral rings, red coral rings, and not to mention the trade items that, if you're a Master 2 trader, you're just banking on that shit. So, I give it 2 thumbs down. The loot sucks. As far as I can tell, there is no special necklace or rare loot that drops here. I could be wrong on that, and nobody has discoed it yet. You never know, but from what I can tell, it's a complete fucking waste of time. Now, let me open the map, and I just want to give one final example. Now, the developers went out of their way to create this shit. That's the puzzling thing. Like, maybe they think that we enjoy going to Sausans because we go there so often to level up, and I guess a lot of people farm money there too. But no, we don't like it. We only go there for quick XP, and you know why we do that is because of here. I'm just giving you a subtle hint. Let me zoom in and out a few times just to give you a fucking clue. Yeah, this is worthless piece of shit content right here. You've done absolutely nothing to give us an incentive to come here. So if, for example, if I go to Fogan's, yeah, you throw in a Sarep's neck that's worth 30 something mil, which is great. Thank you for that. But first and foremost, I have to contend with heat stroke, hypothermia. I've got to rent a fucking villa just to stay on top of my loot. And then I got to travel out here without a map. I mean, you've given me no reason to want to farm this area or Crescent Shrine or up here at Bandits. I mean, see, you took the development time to make a new Sausans, and you put shit experience on it. You put shit loot on it. What the fuck are you guys thinking of? I just don't get it. Anyway, this is Shrap, and I'm out. Hope the video helped.